In this video, discover the ultimate cheat day alternative and forget those long, grueling gym bro deficit plans that lead to burnout and the inevitable epic cheat day that derails your progress. So, what really works? Let's dive into how to cheat smart with diet breaks and uncover that 4-step process to get lean without the gym bro routine. Cheat days, they're everyone's favorite day of the week, right? But let's be real, cheat days are just temporary relief, a band-aid for when you've just had enough of the monotonous diet plan and you just can't take it anymore. Plus, you see the leanest people on social media chowing down on massive cheat days with 2 boxes of donuts, and that's after a 5,000 calorie meal at the Cheesecake Factory. And we've all been told that cheat days are essential for boosting our metabolism, enhancing fat loss, and fueling muscle growth. But how does this work in real life? In reality, you're just left feeling defeated and misled because your cheat days don't leave you feeling recovered and ready to diet again. They result in you feeling terrible and dreading going back to your diet and stuck in this cycle of restrict everything, binge everything.
Bro, cheat days are your reward for suffering through the week. Just eat whatever you want, you've earned it.
Well, there's a smarter way. Check this out.
And they looked at, I think, 12 straight weeks of continuous caloric restriction at the same, I don't remember if it was 25% reduction or 50% reduction, 35%, something like that, relative to the 3-to-1. So 3, 1. At the end, basically the same exact results.
So after 12 weeks of dieting, the diet break group and the continuous diet group lost the exact same amount of fat, retained the same amount of muscle, and there were no differences in metabolic slowdown. Basically, these findings show that including diet breaks with this increased food intake give us the exact same results as a strict continuous deficit without diet breaks. Let's not undersell this right now. You can either diet the usual way, continuous for 12 weeks straight, or you can take 3 of those 12 weeks and not diet and get the exact same results. So you only spend 75% of the normal time you would in the diet, but you get the same results. And on top of this, when it came to the psychological outcomes, there were obvious benefits all stacked in favor of the diet breaks. They reported lower hunger, lower desire to eat, and greater diet satisfaction. Imagine during your diet enjoying meals out without compromising your end goal. But how do we actually apply this? The 2 most common approaches are strategy 1, 3 weeks of dieting followed by 1 week at maintenance, or strategy 2, 6 weeks of dieting followed by 2 weeks of maintenance. With this 3 weeks on, 1 week off approach, it's really easy to stick to because you know there's a break just around the corner. It hardly feels like you're dieting at all. But if you prefer a more intense approach and you don't like interruptions, then the 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off method might work better for you because you can go all in for 6 weeks and then take a well-deserved break for 2 weeks to fully recharge. The strategy is up to you, it's just the principle that matters. Instead of planning for 100% of your time dieting, just plan for 75% of your time dieting and 25% of your time at maintenance. And if you're interested in getting lean without that traditional gym bro routine, make sure to subscribe for more game-changing tips. So now we've got the structure covered. How do we make all of these numbers work in the real world with a social life and meals out and work? Ever feel like you're missing out on life because of your diet plan? Social events and dinners become these sources of stress rather than enjoyment. We've all been there. You're doing great on your diet and then a friend's birthday comes up. You get invited out and you're sitting there with a salad and a glass of water while everyone else is enjoying their meals. It feels isolating and unfair. Then someone offers you 1 French fry and you take it, it's only 1, and you think, screw it, I've been on track for weeks. 1 meal out as my cheat meal, it won't hurt. But this unplanned cheat meal either starts undoing weeks of progress or leaves you feeling guilty and then back in social isolation for the next 8 weeks. And now you're off track, feeling guilty, and thinking that all your hard work is wasted. It's a cycle that's hard to break. Now, logically, cheat days won't undo all your progress, but to really benefit from 1 singular cheat meal, you need to be fully glycogen depleted. Proper cheating for a 1-day event means just lean carbs. And even with the best intentions, like eating sushi, it always comes loaded with fat along with the protein and carbs, making it impossible to stick to a strategic cheat of just clean carbs, protein, and low fat. This issue with continuous dieting and cheat days is that they don't account for real life. Social events happen, and you shouldn't have to choose between your goals and family and friends. Diet breaks offer a solution to this lifestyle rigidity. By planning diet breaks, you can enjoy these events without any guilt. You stick to your plan during those deficit weeks, and then you relax a bit during those diet breaks, keeping your progress steady whilst you also live your life. So instead of feeling restricted, you can plan your social life around the diet breaks and enjoy meals out without any guilt, knowing that it's just part of your strategic plan. The process should not be about surviving social events on salad and water. It's about thriving and actually living your life whilst you get in shape. And if you're new here, my name is Tim. I'm a food scientist and personal trainer, now based in Austin, Texas. I specialize in helping guys hit 10% body fat without that traditional gym bro routine. And to get you started, I've got 2 free guides, my 5-minute rapid fat loss guide to carbohydrate cycling, and my 7 best challenge block workouts you can do from anywhere. Both are linked in the description below. So now we've got the social aspect covered. What about the day-to-day hunger and cravings? The biggest reason people fail at dieting: hunger and cravings. We all know this struggle all too well. You find yourself in front of the fridge at midnight, taking that little bite of something, and then bam, next thing you know, you're devouring everything in sight. Then back to square one, feeling frustrated and feeling like a failure. The problem with this normal continuous deficit plan is that it keeps you in a constant state of deprivation, and your body eventually fights back. So what do we do then? Cheat days are touted by jacked and shredded influencers like The Rock, who supposedly maintain their physique through these indulgences. Well, let's get real. The Rock is full of His physique is far from naturally built on pancakes, pizza, and brownies, and we've been misled to believe that these sort of cheat days are the solution. In reality, they just keep you in that cycle of deprivation and then overindulgence, and creates this mental battle where you constantly crave what you can't have. This constant yo-yoing not only sabotages your motivation, but it ruins your progress, just making you more likely to give in to cravings anyway. And the options that we have conveniently available at our greasy little fingertips are just too tasty to pretend that we're going to avoid it for months on end, and then not want to indulge like an absolute madman. Sure, if you're prepping for a stage appearance in some budgie smugglers, maybe you can muster up the willpower. But if you're a normal guy trying to get in shape, here's the diet break plan. Actively plan social activities with family and friends during these diet breaks. Be the proactive one so that your diet break revolves around social interaction, not just stuffing your face alone at home. This approach allows your body to recover without just maniacally focusing on what you've been missing out on. So instead of sitting alone, watching those 10,000 calorie challenges on YouTube and planning exactly where you're going to go to satisfy that inner hunger demon, plan social activities in your diet break weeks. You'll feel in control, hitting a mental and physical resets button. So with cravings now under control, what about those weeks where every meal feels like Groundhog Day? You start your diet with enthusiasm, meal prepping like a pro, but even after just a week, that excitement, it fades, and you're left eating the same boring, bland meals every single day, and it's driving you crazy. You're missing your favorite foods and you're not sure how long you can actually stick to this. And then you start thinking that a little cheat day is the answer, a chance to break the monotony. But cheat days often lead to feeling further deprived because you didn't enjoy that cheat meal you just had. You inhaled it and can't even remember everything that you ate. Basically eating like it was a 10,000 calorie challenge without the evidence to even show for it. Just the guilt. And then this cycle of guilt and deprivation continues. It's like you can never truly enjoy your food, and then you eventually give up. That's where making sure you build your favorite foods into your diet breaks makes all the difference. And don't opt for those watered down versions of the foods that you like, that are full of xanthan gum or soy protein crisps just to make you feel artificially full. That will not satisfy you properly. Eat the foods you actually miss to satisfy that little devil on your shoulder. And like Leonardo da Vinci said, every now and then, go away. Have a little relaxation, but when you come back to your work, your judgment will be surer. So go ahead and take a proper break to keep your sanity. And for more coaching tips, watch my video here.